What's up guys, this is Jimmy with Hifly Fitness. Today I want to talk to you about what is more important, credentials that your coach has or the experience that they have with their clients. And in my opinion, both of them are very important. So, what do you got to look for in a coach that has credentials? Rely on their scientific degrees, their research studies, if they've written a book or an ebook or something, they have a PhD. Basically, you can't choose a coach just based on that. I don't want you to. You're risking a lot. They may have absolutely no experience in the actual field. They may not actually lift. They may not actually understand what the difference is between what you learn on a book and how you can apply that book to an individual. Because the problem with a lot of books that you can read is that they usually aren't focused on anyone in specific. They're focused on people in general. So if they've never had any experience with people in the field, they haven't ever taken a client that had absolutely no physique, they had no genetics, they had nothing going for them to start, and they brought them to a level where they were very happy with themselves. Let's say that client hired this guy that has all these credentials. He has a PhD in neuroscience, or he's a PhD in sports science or something. And that guy took a guy that had very small or average genetics, maybe poor genetics, took that guy from looking like horse shit to looking amazing or even just above average. And that was all the client wanted. And the client just wanted to look good, or maybe the client wanted to hit a certain strength level. He wanted to get a 225 bench, 315 squat, and a 405 deadlift within 6 months. And the coach was able to help him do that. And if he's able to provide you with that information, that actually happened, then yeah, that guy's probably pretty certified. However, it's more important that he has a few clients under his belt. He's done what he needs to do. He communicates openly with his clients and doesn't just say simply, well, I'm the one that's the degree, I'm the one with the credentials. Look at this one guy, he looks amazing. Now trust me with your money and your time and your energy, because this is something that you don't want to fuck around with. If you get a coach that doesn't necessarily know, doesn't have experience, they've never really interacted with their clients, they just know what they have learned in a book that hasn't been applied to anyone individually, it's very difficult for you to stick with them, and it's not something I would recommend. So let's look at the other example. Let's say they don't have any certified credentials. They don't have a degree in sports science or a master's in nutrition or biochemistry, but they do have a lot of clients that have gotten really good results. That is a lot more important than the guy that has a degree and a few clients that maybe he's not directly related in the field. He doesn't lift for himself. He's not a bodybuilder. He's not a powerlifter. He's not anything specific that his clients are actually into. I think it's important to have both, but I think I value the experience aspect a lot more, because the great thing about the internet is that you don't necessarily need to go to college to learn the things that you would need to apply to other people and allow them to get the results they want. There's a lot of shitty information on the internet, and there's a lot of really, really good information on the internet if you're willing to pay for it, or if you're willing to take the time to find what's shit and what it really works and what is really scientifically backed and has loads of both anecdotal and experimental research backing what they have to say. You should look for somebody that practices what they preach or practices what knows enough about each subject to properly apply to their clients. So let's say maybe they're not actually bodybuilders. Would you really trust Dorian Yates with your information or with your money? Maybe you would, just because it's awesome to have a professional bodybuilder teach you, but there's also a lot of things that you may not see behind the scenes. That guy may be using a lot of different performance enhancing drugs. He may have only clients that have amazing genetics. He may just be picking and choosing which clients he wants to present on his testimonial page, or to present to you to convince you to become or to hire him as a coach. You got to choose a coach or somebody to give your money to if you want to remove the amount of stress that it will take. It's going to take you a long time to figure out exactly what is required for you. And in my opinion, as a beginner, you have 2 years, and you have 2 years of maximize your results. You only get noob gains one time in your life, and maybe another time, but that's another topic. So you have one time in your life, you're gonna have maybe a year and a half where you're gonna have the best gains of your life. You're gonna increase weight on the bar every single week. You're gonna get probably 30 pounds of muscle if you're a male, 10 pounds if you're a female. Time is so valuable. You need to just capitalize whenever you can. So if you have a coach that has a bunch of clients that are very experienced, or has experience with a bunch of clients, he's coached a lot of people, he knows how to bring the best results out of his clients, that's the guy you need to go to. It doesn't really necessarily matter what his methods are exactly, as long as he has consistency, and as long as, in my opinion, uses evidence that is researched and backed and has been applied to many different individuals. Each individual client is so different that it's very impossible to just give them a cookie cutter program. If your coach is giving you a cookie cutter program or a cookie cutter diet, is not individualizing the diet and the program, you need to get another coach. You need to stop even thinking about a coach, because you're wasting money. You need to get a coach that is affordable. They have a bunch of clients, and they have a bunch of clients that have gotten results. They have the time to communicate with you, and they have at least the research either online or research from a university with some sort of certification. That's all I got for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share this video to anyone who may be benefiting. There's way too many bullshit coaches that don't know how to implement what they have to say for their clients, and some of them are really damaging their clientele.